Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Virgo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Virgo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And the Ace of Pentacles, this is a gift. Okay? This is Spirit offering you a ticket. Now, is this a ticket to get away from something or to get towards something else? I think you're somebody who is ready to make a move. Okay? You're ready to take a bold step in a new direction. I don't know if this means you're trying to get away from something, like I said, or if there's something that you really are sort of you're drawn to. Okay, this is a big step. This is a move. This is something that we have to take action on this ASAP. All right, let's put this card into a little bit of context. Let's see what's going on for you. There's that Four of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Oh yeah, the Universe card, Seven of Cups, and an Emperor energy. Wow. Wow, yes, you are definitely closing out a season of your life, and I think that you're getting away from something, honestly. And I kind of feel like you got a bad feeling about this, and so you're moving forward. You're going in a new direction. Here's a Ten of Wands. There's a Two of Swords, Knight of Swords, and the Adjustment card. You're in the process of making that decision. Okay? I think you're kind of weighing options. I think that you're right. Okay? I think you've been questioning if going in this new direction or being done with something over here and going this way is the right thing to do. I think you've been wondering if it's the right move. I think Spirit's saying yeah. I think Spirit's saying it's the right move. I feel like you'd be spinning your wheels if you stay where you are. You'd be treading water, okay? And you can't do that. I feel like there's nothing else you can do in that situation to make it any more viable. I think it's kind of like, you know, the roof's about to cave in here, and you've got to go, okay? You've got to go forward. I don't know if it's a relationship. It feels like it might be a financial thing. You got a bad feeling about it, and I feel like if you stay, then I kind of feel like the roof's caving in. Yeah, so I feel like we got to get out of there. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right over here. Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during that, during this reading, you know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comments. Okay. Now, I paused for a second there because something just popped into my head. Who's the older male energy here? Okay, I feel like there's a high kind of aura of some older male for you. And I don't know if it's a father figure, if it's a boss at work, if it's a friend, it's a spouse, or it's a family member. The older male energy, that I feel like that's what you're trying to get away from. Honestly, I feel like you like your job, but that boss or that coworker, okay, bad news bears. That's just popping into my head. There's an L name for somebody, and I feel like you should just trust your instinct here. Okay, what we have is, let's take a look. We have two majors. We've got fire, we've got water, some air cards, and a lot of earth cards. Okay, oh, well, we got this three majors, I should say. This is the physical situation, and it may be something to do with money. There may be a financial component to this, but you are right. Okay, you've been right all along. Somebody is not who they say they were. Somebody is not showing you their true intentions. Somebody is not being real with you. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles becomes the gift of an exit, an opportunity to get the heck out of there. Okay, I think the result will be your growth and your stability. Okay, and this could be something happening at home, at work, at school, could have to do with money. Okay, the smart move is for you to go do something else, to put this behind you, to wrap it up, to say, I'm done. Okay, there's an ending there. Invest your time, effort, energy, money, and space into something else, something good for you, something that you know is going to be healthy, something that's going to be a good foundation. It's going to create a nice solid base for you in your life. Choose something real and something sustainable. Don't choose what to me feels like a swamp. Okay, and this may be something that you thought was very, very good. That older male energy, maybe they sold you a bill of goods rather than the actual goods. You know, maybe they sold you a promise, a vision, and you get there and it's just like, okay, this does not look like the brochure, people. You were right all along. I think your gut was telling you that something's wrong with this. You're right. Okay, so this becomes that gift of that exit. This is a ticket to, like, just get right back on the train and go back home. Okay, go in a different direction. Choose what's real. What you were promised by this person is not real. Whether it's romance, whether it's a financial thing, whether you went to look at a house or an apartment, don't take it. You got a bad feeling about it? Don't take it. Okay? Pay attention to what's going on inside of you. Paying attention to your instinct, your gut, is going to lead you in the right direction. Your physical world, something in the physical world is ready to improve. Support that. This current thing, whatever it is not it. This is about taking the first step toward long-term success. Begin building. This is the start of something real and something lasting. It's a step in the right direction. Okay? The Four of Pentacles is a card of power. Basically, it's your resources. Your time, effort, energy, money, and space. Those are your resources. That's your power. Your power is basically how you manage those resources. Don't give your time, effort, energy, money, or space to anything that you don't fully trust or believe in right now. Okay? Don't give your resources, time, effort, energy, money, and space to that thing, whatever it is we're talking about. This is boundaries. This is security. Safety, security, stability. Protect what you have. Strengthen your foundation. Protect what you've been building. Change your passwords. Okay? Lock the credit cards, whatever, I don't know. Protect your resources. Okay? This may have something to do with your house or with your finances. Like I said, it may have to do with a job, or I don't know if it's like a new apartment or a new house or something that you were going to purchase or something along those lines. Save your money right now before you spend it. This is us doing an honest accounting of life. Even the Libra energy at the end here, the adjustment card. Even that is kind of this card of transactions and even accounting. Okay, there's something off. There's something off here. Otherwise, it seems pretty good. right? Except you're feeling something about it. You got to trust this. Okay. Create some financial boundaries, declutter your environment, clear your space, save your money. Okay. This is the card really that's kind of you controlling your resources. Don't give, I don't know if you were going to give somebody else some sort of access. Given you were thinking about giving somebody, the keys to the kingdom, don't do it. Don't do it. Your stability, your safety is what matters right now. Strengthen what you have. Strengthen your independence. You have to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. If this is a romance or something like that, don't mingle the money right now. I'm not saying you got to break up with a person or whatever, but protect your resources. Don't give somebody unfettered access to you, to your life, to your house, to your pets, to your plants, right, to your bank accounts. Absolutely very important right now, okay? This is a week of, kind of protecting this, and I feel like figuring out how to get yourself out of this situation, right? We're looking toward the future here. Your Knight of Pentacles under the surface is looking toward the future, and I feel like there's something inside of you that's telling you this current situation doesn't have a future. Or in other words, like the situation you're in now, look at the future. What are the consequences? What's the outcome? How is this thing going to progress if you stay here? I think the reality is it's going to get worse. It's not going to be good for you if you invest in this long term. This may, whether it's a relationship, right? The Knight of Pentacles is looking, what's the future of the relationship? If you stay in this situation, what's the future going to look like? All of the Knights are looking at the future and thinking, am I creating the life that I really truly desire? I think that if this is an investment, a potential investment, not just of money, but of time, of love, of affection, an investment of space, don't give this thing the space that it's asking for right now. Not until you're more clear about something. Because the Knight of Pentacles under the surface may be saying that you're not sure if this is a wise investment. You're not sure if it has a future that you desire. Okay? If it's the relationship, okay, it might feel really good now. What's the long term? What's the long arc of this relationship? Can you see it going anywhere? Are you building something together? If this is an investment, if this is you spending some money on something, is it just going to give you a little bit of gratification right now, or is it something that's going to have a future to it? Is this a short-term thing? If it's a job, is this just going to be like, is this going to be just like a seasonal gig? It's going to be just something for the day or for the week? Or does this have staying power? Is this going to be a career rather than just a temporary job? Okay. This is the card of long-term thinking and looking at the future and thinking, is that really what I want? If you stay with this thing that you're already having second thoughts about, if you stay with it, what does your future look like? Who are you going to be? Where are you going to be? And what are you going to be doing 5 years from now? Or 1 year from now, 6 months from now? Okay. That's something that you need to consider in your life at this point. Okay. Make financial and life choices that are going to benefit your future self. Bottom line. Okay. Very urgent reading, it feels like. Yeah. You have your universe card or world card back here, and this may be even this kind of feeling like we're kind of lost at sea. Okay, we're just kind of floating here in the vacuum of space, and well, whatever this situation is, maybe it looked pretty appealing. Okay, maybe it looked nice because it's better than nothing. When you're out here floating around in the vacuum of space, anything is going to look pretty good, you know? And so if this is like you really want to buy a house, because you don't own a house, right? You really want to buy a house. You want to own a house. It might be that we look at the first one and we just think, I love it. Why? You know, because it's a house. I love it. And so we might be tempted to take the first thing that we see. Kind of the low-hanging fruit. I need to take whatever's here, the first thing that's available, just so I could say, okay, I have it. Okay, so if you don't have a house, you don't have an apartment right now, and you're out there looking at apartments, don't just take the first one that shows up, the first one you go look at. Okay, but that's kind of like when we're in kind of crisis mode, we're going to take whatever the heck we can because we need something. If you're unemployed, you're going to take the first job you can get, whatever it, I don't care what it is. I'm going to take the first thing that I'm, basically willing to do anything as long as it's legal and ethical, right? Because you're in crisis mode. Because I don't have the luxury of being picky and choosy. You do, though, right now in your life. You do have the luxury of being a little bit picky and choosy. And that's why we've got a Two of Swords here in the environment. Okay. You're trying to find wholeness in your life. Okay. I think that you're trying to find your place, either find your home or find the relationship that feels like home, find the job that feels like it sort of completes you. You're trying to stand in that wholeness. But there's not a rush. Okay? It's kind of like we need to relax and we need to think it through all the way. You've got to trust, you've got to have the higher wisdom and discernment. You have to create some space for yourself to be picky and choosy. But with that 10 of Wands, this feels like we have to do it now. It almost feels like we're overwhelmed, there's crisis mode. And I don't feel like, maybe crisis mode isn't the right phrase, but I feel like there's enough overwhelm in your life that's just like, I just want to check this thing off my list because I have so much to do already. Life is crazy and hectic. I need a house. Okay, house. Boom, check it off my list. Now I feel a little bit less stress. That's not really the way to go about it, though, Don't let your overwhelm push you into something too quickly, whether it's a relationship, a house, a car, any kind of investment, any situation. And who is that? Who is the older male? I don't know. Anyway, the Universe card is that kind of wholeness. It kind of feels like we're looking for that thing that's just going to give us a sense of wholeness or peace or a sense of home or a sense of accomplishment or just like I want to get it wrapped up. I want to get it done already. I'm ready to move on to what I need to do next, so I just kind of want to tick it off my list. But I feel like you need to relax about it right now. I feel like you need to take your time. The Universe card is usually a card of delays. It's kind of thing like something, you've been looking for something for a long time now, and it just feels like I'm so tired of looking for it that I'm just gonna, that one's fine. I'll just take this. I don't even care anymore. But we can't do it that way. Okay? Can't do it that way. The Seven of Cups up here above the surface. This is a card of temptation, a card of fantasy. It's a card of the illusion of success. This would be a win. It'd feel kind of like a win for a minute, especially if you've been looking for something for a long time. You finally just settle on something. Fine, I'll just take this. And it may feel like a win because it eases the stress a little bit. But it's not really a win. And that feeling will fade very soon when you realize, oh, I spent all my money on this. I actually like our little bubo, our little mechanical owl. You don't want to be tempted by that immediate relief of pressure rather than holding out for what you really, really, truly want. Okay? Because this is that thing that sort of masquerades as beauty and bliss. Oh, this is so nice. Wouldn't it be wonderful to just have this thing, a relationship, a house, whatever, the career, the, the major in university. Wouldn't it be nice just to have this? Well, yeah. You take the first one that comes along, and then, okay, cool, I can relax a little bit. I'm not so pressured into, making this. I don't have that hanging over my head anymore. Yay. Very soon, that good feeling will give way, and you'll start to see like, oh, now I'm stuck with this house I don't want, or this relationship that is just not for me, or the job that is going nowhere, right? And that's why we need the Knight of Pentacles, because we have to be able to see like, okay, if I take this thing, what's the long-term projection here? What is it going to look like in a month, 6 months, a year, 5, 10 years? What's the arc? Okay. And that's why we really need to, we're not trying to just escape the choice, because maybe there are a lot of choices out there and you've been looking for a long time. Sometimes we're just going to pick one just so we can be done with that journey. Okay? But we need to be grounded here. And if something isn't feeling right and it doesn't, if your intuition or your instinct is telling you something, don't take it. Don't accept it. Don't buy into it, in other words. Okay? And, the practice here is on the path of the serpent, right? Because if we're so busy with the Ten of Wands, we feel overwhelmed in life. We feel like I don't have time to sit around and think or ask my intuition. I just got to hurry up and do something quick. I got to hurry up and make a decision. We're not just deciding what's for dinner here. You're deciding what the basis of your life is going to be, Virgo. This is a very important decision. And so it's not something that just needs to be rushed. I got to hurry up. We'll just have, salad for dinner. We'll have some pasta. Pasta salad. So what we're doing then is trying to calm this energy down so that we can make more room for the thought process. Okay? You see over here is just earth and the water and just kind of, but your general energy is the Ten of Wands. You're feeling the pressure here. You just got to hurry up and make a decision. Okay, what we need to do is slow down and become the emperor. We need boundaries, structure, discipline. You got to be the leader. You got to have a fortified ego, and you say, no, I'm not going to be forced into a decision. I'm not going to be rushed. I'm not going to be pressured. How dare you? That strength, that boundary, it's like you're not the peer pressure, right? Or just feeling like you have that weight on your shoulders and you just want to get rid of it. You say, no, I'm not going to be forced into a decision. With that fortified ego here, you're going to take all the time you need to figure it out. Okay? Now, not too much time because there is there's a need here, but you're going to be deliberate. You're going to respect yourself. You're going to simplify. You're feeling overwhelmed with the pressure of this, whatever it is. You're going to push everybody back. You're going to clear the room. You say, everybody get out. Shut the door behind you. And you're going to sit there and you're going to meditate on it. You're going to think it through, okay? You don't need to dominate, but you do need to assert yourself and say, no, I'm not going to be forced into that situation. You've got to handle this responsibly. And you have to be able to you have to be able to think I don't know, you have to be able to like sit with yourself and sit in your energy and understand what it is that you want to do, what it is you need to do, and what the future of this is really going to look like. I think that once you pause, once you assert yourself, you're becoming this emperor. This is the very next step for you. The way forward for you, Virgo, is to take charge and be the boss here. Okay? And, you know, to clear your schedule a little bit, to block out some time and some space. You got to be in control of your resources. And you don't want to be pressured into, it's like you go to a used car lot and the salesperson is just really pressuring you to buy the car. And this is you kind of saying, no, I'm in control here. I'm in control. And when you slow down and when you're able to take this control, you might be able to see the Seven of Cups for what it really is. Because like I said, the Seven of Cups masquerades as something shiny, beautiful, looks nice on the outside, which is what we see with the Seven of Cups in other tarot packs. But in the Thoth, we see it for what it is. And your Emperor is the one in charge. This is you. Set a boundary, stay in control, don't let anybody pressure you into making that decision. Now, I'd like for you, if you will, subscribe to the channel, okay? I'm asking, I'm not pressuring you. It would be nice and it's very helpful if you do that. We're going to talk about your general energy now, that Ten of Wands. This is overwhelm. This is the feeling as your general energy. I don't know how true it is or what's actually going on around you, but the feeling here is that you've got this burden hanging over you, that you're stressed out, that you've got this responsibility. You've taken on all of this. It's like it's your weight, it's your burden to carry. And so it's kind of like, I just gotta make a decision. I just gotta figure it out. I gotta get this off my plate so I can relax. Okay? This is us kind of fretting over this to-do list. And this is a big decision because this has to do with your money or your house or even your physical health or a relationship, or like this has to do with your future. Don't allow yourself to be pressured even from yourself to feel like you have to hurry up and make a decision. This is a life-changing decision, you know? So I kind of feel like there's this need for us to stop. Don't take another step, because that step is going to be in this kind of overwhelmed crisis mode, rather than a step that is deliberate, well thought out, and intuitive, you know, peaceful, calm. This is like if we make a choice now, it's going to be out of this frantic kind of, I just want it to be done kind of energy. Okay? So that Emperor needs to take charge here and needs to create some space. You need to regulate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The Two of Swords now, we feel this very calm energy coming over us. This is the card of peace. This is the card of mental peace that is allowing you to make choices based on intuition and reflection and stillness. This is you creating space in your environment. Again, it's kind of the Emperor has cleared the room, said, everybody get out of my office. And now, guess what? Now what do you hear? Quiet. Oh, I hear my ceiling fan, the buzz of the cameras. But it's calm, it's peaceful. You've created a quiet space for yourself. And the Emperor can do that. Because we need to focus. We need to ask ourselves kind of the question, like, what is the future of this situation? What should I do? And we ask that question, we listen for the voice coming from within us. You don't want to rush the choice. You need stillness first. Stepping back from everybody else's opinions, stepping back from the noise, okay, to process this thing. What's really the thing here? Maybe the Seven of Cups is kind of saying like you feel stuck or you feel trapped. That Ace of Pentacles is the gift of an exit. When you're being pressured by the salesperson, there's the door. Go use the door. Show them who's boss by walking away. you know. You wait until the answer feels calm. Peace is your bridge to clarity. This is the card that's, like we're processing something. We're asking the question, we're thinking on it. But then eventually our thought process has to stop. And we trust that little crescent moon at the top there, the intuition. When you're feeling the overwhelm, or we're feeling stuck, or we're feeling pressured, we can't hear the intuition. It's only in that calm, peaceful moment that we might be able to hear, like, the right answer. We could hear the signal coming through the noise. This is literally the card of peace, and it's peace of mind. And this is the decision that is going to bring you peace and calm inside of you, because you know that it's the right decision, because it takes your future self into account. You're making a choice that is going to be good for your future self. And of course, with this card being in the position of your relationships and your environment, it's important that you cultivate right now, immediately, today, cultivate a quiet, peaceful environment. Turn down the noise, go to another room or whatever, go for a drive or go walk out in nature. Do whatever you need to. Tell everybody to leave your office, whatever it is. Clear your space so that you can have a little bit of peace before you do anything. It's kind of like when you're at the car dealership and you're being real pressured. You kind of tell the salesperson, I'm going to think on it for a few minutes. Let me have a little bit of time. Let me have a little bit of space to think on it. And they'll go walk away. They'll go get a cup of coffee, or they'll start talking to somebody else. And you can just sort of quietly, slowly meander through the dealership or outside or whatever. Go get a snack. Take it slow. Be leisurely about it. And wait for that answer to come to you. And if it doesn't, you wait some more. Okay? Because I feel like we have the real opportunity now to make things worse if we rush into a decision. You got your Knight of Swords here, and that's rushing into a decision. This is what we don't want. This is the position of what we do not want. The fear, worry, concern. It's literally the position of what we don't want. And it makes perfect sense. This whole reading is very aligned. Yeah, very, it's very coherent, I guess. It has a cohesive structure, it feels like. Because we don't want to leap into something. We don't want to be too impulsively, decisive. Yeah. We don't want to feel like we have to move quickly. We want to be able to think things through. Again, with this card, like all the knights, looking into the future. So you have to understand the consequences of your decision. If I choose this, what does my life become? If I choose this, what's my life going to be like next week or next year or whatever? Okay? But we don't need to force it. We don't need to be rushed or pressured into a decision. This is a very fiery decision. This is kind of, rushing headfirst into something. Charging ahead. Rather than, let me think it through. Let me make sure that if I do this, then that happens and all this stuff over here. Yeah, okay. But there's something about this that's telling you to wait. It's telling you to pause. And you're right. Okay. I don't know that it's a purchase or anything. It might be a relationship, it might be a job offer, an invitation to something. But you don't want to just rush into that. Yeah, which is exactly what this card is. It's very decisive, but it's impulsively decisive. And it's not a bad card. Sometimes, if you are confident that this is the right choice, yeah, you leap into it. But it's kind of like your body, your heart, and your mind have to be all flying together. That's why you got three little birds Three little birds out here, okay? As long as you have faith, hope, and trust in your decision, as long as you have confirmation from Spirit, as long as you have these allies, as long as your body, heart, and mind are in it, as long as you have, this kind of Spirit with you on it, go ahead, yeah, leap into it. Don't hesitate, go. I feel like you don't have that. I feel like you're not sure yet. Okay. Yeah, those three little birds. Those three little birds singing that song telling you to do it, right? That's what we're waiting for. Telling you it's okay to go. Rest in power, Bob Marley, right? You have the Libra energy, though, again. Well, you know what? Both of these are Libra cards. I should point that out. Both of these are Libra energies. So this older male may be a Libra, maybe a father figure or something like this, or I'm not sure. I would watch the Libra reading if I were you. But the adjustment card here at the end, this is truth. This is karma. This is the decision formed with higher wisdom and discernment. This is you making the decision that you've been putting off. You're making the choice that is honest and real and takes karma into account. Not making the choice that's convenient because it's just going to let me take it off the list. It's the low-hanging fruit. It'll just be easy, get it done, No, you're making the right decision. Okay? And you're speaking very clearly. It's the situation, and whatever this situation is, needs boundaries. I feel like you've got to be able to get away from the person or the situation so that you can find that clarity in that inner peace to make the decision. Slow down before responding. Okay? Align your life with your real values. Do the honest thing. Make the choice, the karmic choice, right? That's going to be good for your future self. This is a card of karma. This is a card of karma. They're all cards of karma. They're all cards that are trying to teach you how to be a better magician. Make the choice now that is going to be the best choice for your future self. Who you are, where you are, and what you're doing down the road. Let's look at the mystery card. Very clear message here in today's reading for you, Virgo. I don't know what this card is going to be. I feel like it's going to be a Two of Wands, maybe. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. It might be the Hermit card. Let's see. Five of Cups. Disappointment. The Five of Cups, maybe you're kind of making, the energy of this card would be we're at the dealership, we're feeling pressured, and we're wanting to just make a decision, just buy it. I'll just take that one, just to get out of there and to get the relief, and to get it done. But then we spend some time thinking about it. We take a break. We say, give me some time, give me a minute. Stand back, give me some space. And we go and we walk around, we think about it, and we feel it. And we come back and then we say, yeah, we leave. We take the exit. Take the gift of the exit. Right, that Ace of Pentacles, the gift. Gift of the exit. You're being given by Spirit the gift of an exit. There's a way out of this. Okay? And this is that sadness that we feel when we're walking out of the dealership and we didn't get the car. We didn't buy a car today. But that's a blessing. You're going to be glad you didn't. So this initially is that kind of like just that, oh man, I was really hoping today'd be the day, I really wanted it, but I know that's not the right one. So there's a little bit of sadness. But it's sadness that really is a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise. It's, and probably not even in disguise anymore. Now we can see that. I almost bought a lemon. And we're still walking away a little bit disappointed. But I think there'd be a greater disappointment if you actually stay here and commit to it or whatever, stay with it longer, I think there would be a greater disappointment. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading if you want to stick around. We're going to do an I Ching hexagram. We're going to do some oracle cards. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Virgo Mondays and Thursdays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we are all in this together.